You know what exhausts people the most? Not being poor. Not work. Not even staying up late. It's trying. Trying to become better. Trying to make more money. Trying to earn other people's approval. Trying to look okay, while inside you're falling apart like a cafe's Wi-Fi during rainy season. And do you know the funniest part? A lot of things in life, the harder you force them, the more they fall apart. Like sleep. The more you try to sleep, the more your brain suddenly goes, hey, want to relive all those embarrassing moments from 2017? Love is the same. The harder you try to hold on to someone, the more they want to run away. Happiness too. The more you chase it, the more it stands in the distance looking at you like, keep running, buddy. This is fun. Modern humans are strange. Every day they say they want a peaceful life, then shove their own minds into a race with no finish line. In the morning, they compare themselves to other people. At noon, they worry about the future. At night, they regret the past. Then before sleeping, they watch videos called Change Your Life in 30 Days. And the next day, they're still just as exhausted. And maybe the problem was never that life is too hard. Maybe it's that we keep trying to control things that were never meant to be controlled. More than 2,000 years ago, Lao Tzu said something brutally honest. Those who rush forward cannot go far. Sounds simple, but the older people get, the more they understand it. Some things don't need to be forced. Some things, the more you let go, the more naturally they come to you. And this is the art that almost the entire modern world has forgotten. The art of not forcing. Human beings are strange. We always believe that if we want a better life, we just need to try harder. Want to be rich? Try harder. Want to be successful? Try harder. Want people to like you? Try harder again. Want peace? Yeah. Apparently you have to struggle for that too. Sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? Peace. Yet somehow we still think we have to fight for it. It's like someone running a marathon while screaming, I just want to relax. Sounds exhausting already. But that's exactly how most of us live. As kids, we try hard to get good grades. Then we grow up and try hard to make money. After making money, we try hard to keep it. We find love. Then try hard not to lose it. And when we get old, we try hard to stay healthy. Life feels like a game with no final level. One boss dies. Another one appears. And do you know the saddest part? A lot of people don't even know what they're struggling for anymore. Someone else buys a car, so we want one too. Someone else becomes famous, so we want fame too. Someone else posts a perfect life online, and suddenly our own life feels like a rough draft. When the truth is, everyone is hiding a pile of problems behind the camera. Nobody posts stories saying, today I'm so worried about money I could cry. Or, my relationship is falling apart. Or, I stayed awake until 3 a.m. overthinking everything. No. People post coffee, sunsets, chill music, healing captions. While in reality, their heart is racing because of debt. And so we keep trying to become a proper version of ourselves. Properly attractive. Properly rich. Properly successful. Properly mature. Properly happy. But the real question is, who created all those standards? A society that says today, just be yourself. Then tomorrow says, but also be attractive, talented, rich, and interesting. Sounds like they're hiring superheroes. Taoism looks at all this and gently asks, "Tired yet?" Because according to Taoism, people don't suffer because life is terrible. They suffer because they constantly want life to be different. They want the rain to stop. Want other people to understand them. Want themselves to be perfect. Want the future to feel certain. But life never signed a contract saying, if you try hard enough, you'll get everything. Some things, the harder you chase them, the faster they run away. Like happiness. Have you noticed? The happiest moments in life are usually the moments when you forget about trying to be happy. Eating with friends. Walking at night. Listening to an old song. Or simply lying under the air conditioner with nobody bothering you. Real happiness is usually very small. Only social media makes it look like happiness has to be luxury trips, beautiful cars, expensive watches, in a room corner with warm lights that screams young CEO. Taoism calls this forced way of living swimming against the current. Like someone trying to swim upstream. The more they struggle, the more exhausted they become. The more they try to control everything, the more panic they feel. And the funny part is, most of the things we worry about never even happen. Human beings have a very special superpower. Imagining things and then scaring themselves with them. Someone replies 10 minutes late. They probably hate me now. Your boss says, "Come see me tomorrow for a minute." And suddenly you spend the whole night imagining getting fired. Only for the boss to ask the next day, "Do you know where the PDF file is?" The human brain loves overreacting. And modern society actually rewards it. Busy people are seen as important. Stressed people are seen as hardworking. People who sleep less are seen as dedicated. So everyone competes to exhaust themselves. Some people are even proud of saying, "I only slept 4 hours a day this week." That sounds more like a phone battery about to explode than an achievement. Taoism does not tell people to be lazy. That's where most people misunderstand it. Wu Wei does not mean doing nothing and giving up on life. It's not. Whatever. I'll deal with it tomorrow. And then ignoring it tomorrow too. No. Wu Wei means acting without forcing. Like water. Water is soft. Yet it can wear down stone. It never screams, "I must succeed." It simply flows. And in the end, water is still one of the things that lasts the longest. Humans, on the other hand, live the opposite way. Always tense. Tense about the future. Tense about money. Tense about aging. Tense about being left behind. People in their 20s fear failure. People in their 30s fear not being rich enough. People in their 40s fear getting old. People in their 50s fear illness. Nobody sits still long enough to watch life happening. Everyone wants to skip ahead to a better version of life. But the irony is, life only exists in the present moment. The past is gone. The future hasn't arrived. Yet we spend almost all our energy regretting what's lost. And worrying about what hasn't happened. And then we miss what's here right now. There's a painful truth. Many people aren't really living. They're only preparing to live. Just a little more effort and I'll be happy. I'll rest after I make enough money. I'll be okay once I find love. I'll be happy once I own a house. But life is like the horizon. No matter how far you walk, it keeps moving farther away. That's why Taoism says, stop trying to control everything. Because honestly, you don't control much at all. You can't control the weather. You can't control people's hearts. You can't control time. Sometimes, you can't even control your own mouth when you're angry. Human beings love the illusion that they control life. Until life suddenly hits them with losing a job, illness, a breakup, or some unexpected disaster. That's when they realize everything is unbelievably fragile. And maybe what hurts us isn't the event itself, but the thought, this shouldn't have happened. But life doesn't work according to the word should. Things simply happen. Rain falls. Leaves fall. People change. Someone who once loved you deeply may one day no longer feel the same. That's life. Not cruel. Just constantly changing. But humans want everything to stay still. We want youth to stay. Love to stay. Feelings to stay. And that's why we suffer. Taoism teaches something incredibly simple, yet incredibly difficult. Let go a little. Not abandoning everything. Just stop gripping everything so tightly. Stop forcing yourself to be perfect. Stop forcing life to follow your plans. Stop forcing people to understand you. Some days, if you can eat well, sleep enough, and keep your mind peaceful, that alone is already a successful day. But society will never tell you that. Society likes you busy. Likes you consuming. Likes you constantly feeling not enough. Because a person who is truly content is very hard to sell things to. So every day, someone tells you that you need to become more attractive, richer, more productive, more interesting. And in the end, people live like unfinished projects. Always fixing. Always lacking. Forgetting that a tree never tries to become another tree. It simply grows in its own way. Some trees are tall. Some are short. Some bear fruit. Some only provide shade. But no tree hates itself for not being like the one beside it. Only humans do that. We torture ourselves with comparison. And then call it motivation. Sometimes what you need isn't to try harder. Sometimes you just need to stop for a moment. Sit quietly. Breathe for a while. Go outside and look at the sky for a bit. To remember that life was never meant to be a race. And you never needed to become someone else. Because from the very beginning, nature never created copies. It created different people. And maybe real peace begins the day we stop trying to defeat life and start learning how to live with it. And maybe that's the greatest paradox of life. The tighter we try to hold on, the more everything slips through our fingers. The harder we try to prove ourselves, the more we feel like we're not enough. The more we live to please everyone else, the more we lose ourselves. And one day, after carrying too much exhaustion for too long, people finally realize what they truly needed was never to control the whole world, but simply a peaceful mind, a good meal, a deep sleep, a few genuine people, and the feeling of truly living, instead of merely existing. Lao Tzu once said, "Water does not strive, yet nothing can stop it." Maybe humans are the same. We don't always have to force ourselves to become extraordinary. We don't have to turn ourselves into a perfect version. We don't have to win every race. Because sometimes, the most beautiful things happen when we stop forcing everything to go our way. So if you're tired today, then maybe you don't need to try harder. Maybe you just need to let go a little. Let go of some worries. Let go of comparisons. Let go of the pressure to become someone great. Because sometimes, living peacefully is already a huge achievement. If you made it this far, then press 1 to follow me. And remember, not everything in life needs to be forced.